say in our county headquarters, the signal is picked and we know you have reported to work. And other things, including building permits, everything now is going online. Even our hospitals, if you go to a Muranga hospital, including a dispensary, you don't have to carry a card. You only produce your ID. Every health record has been automated. And finally, we have the maize program, where we give certified seeds and fertilizers to our farmers. The ones that seems free,
Okay,
it's free. It's free. So the ones that seems to be more women and persons with disabilities, I would say, would be the maize program. 80% are definitely women. Yeah. Also, the one for subsidy, 80% of our milk farmers are women. Yeah. The youth one is the one called Muranga Youth Service. And also the one for Uji is also women and youth. And we also have a program for disability where we give disability items to them, and also building centers in our hospitals that target those kind of problems. Maybe this one, we have photos. Look at annexure 8. Yes, you can see this is myself, the government spokesman, my wife, and the chair of Ahadi, Dr. Kamau. We are giving these items out to persons with disabilities. The one for the youth, I think it is on page annexure.
Give us colored pictures.
Annexure 5. You can see annexure 5. These are some of the young people who are in our village polytechnic. Thank you.
Annexure 5.
Your Excellency, I think you must agree with me that you've done quite a lot, but most Kenyans don't know. Apart from people who take keen interest on Muranga County, the majority of Kenyans will not know that you're doing all this. And that is why we are getting into trouble with our youth, especially, and other people who are from Muranga County. Because, you know, Muranga is, I think half of Nairobi is Muranga. So if they really don't know what is happening back home, and that is one problem we are having across the nation, that we are not telling our people exactly what is happening in our counties or even in the central government. So I think, just as the chair said, it's important that you furnish us with all these documents so that we see if we can amplify it for you to really share.
Senator Muranga, you've looked at the document saying no. If you have any question.
Thank you, Chair.
Comments also.
Maybe two quick ones. And looking at the response by the governor, page 1, the quick concern that comes to my mind is the distribution of employees by gender. And Chair, considering the fact that over the last few decades, there have been very many campaigns to empower the girl child. But Chair, I'm afraid the same has been done at the expense of the boy child. And I would like the governor to tell this committee whether his government furthers the same narrative that we empower the girl child at the expense of the boy child. And I say that, Chair, because looking at the number of employees, we have 1,778 as male, compared to Senator Betty Montet may not like this, but compared to 3,204 female employees, Chair, which translates to about 64% against 36%. So the question then that comes is it that we do not have enough male applicants? Because, of course, I know that we may not have them go at 50-50. But then, Chair, I'm disturbed by the fact that the variance is too big. So maybe that is one thing that the governor may consider responding to. And Chair, one thing also that I've noted is when you look at the distribution by age, And on page 2, then the number of employees, Chair, is progressive as employees progress by age. So the youngest, you can see the data there, 51, 26 to 30, the number, of course, progresses. At 31 to 35, it progresses even higher. That way up to the age of 50, where again the curve starts going down. So, Chair, that is also something that we may need clarification on. But I'm very happy with the response that the governor gave to the query raised by the audit report regarding the ethnic composition of the employees. And I've looked at the response, and it's a very good response, Chair, that although the law may provide that at least 30% may not come from the dominant community, Chair, we can only employ people that have applied for a job. And I think the response of the governor is very good.
Okay.
But same for the two issues, I think he's doing quite well.
So I just want to, I agree with you. Thank you very much for those two questions. But what we've realized, most governors who came before us, it is like women. Now, female side is going higher. And I asked that question, why is it only female going higher? And this is because, I'm told, because of health, nurses, and ECDs. That is the main reason. I don't know, he can answer his own question about his county, but this is what we've encountered. And the second thing is what you've just said. We have a problem if, for example, Muranga, there are about 90-something% Kikuyus. Unless we have county transfers, we need to have a conversation on this issue. You cannot bring someone from Mandera. When one governor told us, my county, the weather is very bad, it's very cold. People from Marsabit, Wajir, Mandera cannot come there. But that is the issues now we need to have conversation. It is going to be in our report. The issue of female having even more percentage is good for us, because if you look at other sectors, they are not done very well. So, Karibu Sana, you can answer those questions.
Yeah, maybe before the governor comes in, then maybe in his response, we may be interested to know what then, of course, in light of the information that I've given about nurses and early childhood education teachers, then what the county is doing to see to it that it promotes or it empowers the boy child alongside.
That's very important. And I think that is very important. What also we've realized, Your Excellency, is own source revenue. We didn't ask you that question, but what we've realized is own source revenue mainly come from hospitals. You understand? Not collection of other revenue. It comes from hospitals. I don't know your situation. If you can tell us, these are level 4. If somebody can tell us what is happening in Muranga County also. Karibu, Your Excellency.
Yeah, Chair, let me start with your question. Maybe Judy can help me. Which is the main driver of on-source revenue?
Also, if there is improvement from, very important to know, because of if there is any improvement.
It's okay.
Thank you so much, Chair. Hospitals, they contribute at least 32% of our revenues, followed by single business permits, the liquor licenses, and others follow. We have noted a great improvement from how we used to perform in the previous years, especially in hospitals, and I think it's because of the FIF and also the infrastructure that we are doing in our hospitals. Thank you.
That's a very good answer. Very good answer.
Yes, in terms of increment,
yes,
I think for the first time last year we reached 1.1 billion, up from 500 million average for previous years. Yeah. So thank you. Then
Thank you for congratulating me. I gave him that piece that he needs. Although he does not recognize that in his reports.
We are very happy with the work the Senator. He pushes us, he asks us the right questions, and whenever we see him, we do the right thing. So we are very proud of the work he does.
That is very nice. I wonder
So
how
you-
you missed on the list which came out recently on the governors who have improved on source revenue. I was checking whether you're on the list and you're not, and I think that shows then there's a question mark on that.
Okay, you can answer a question from your senator, the two questions.
Yes, I think the second question, if I got him right, was a comment. Allow me to go to the first question, which is a very, very deep philosophical question. And I think this is an issue where you senators, as a collegiate entity, you need to go to discuss, because, and I think it's a worldwide problem. I suspect it's not just Kenyan. It appears the male child is not competing better with the female child in Kenya, and I suspect in the whole world. And the reason I say that is because the first answer would be what Chair has alluded to, which is the growing employment sectors in counties happens to be healthcare and ECDs. In healthcare employees in Muranga, they constitute about 55% of all workforce. Like nurses, there are about 800 nurses. Yeah? Then you come to doctors, you come to chief officers, to CEOs. So that then tells you that when you have more nurses, then women will be overrepresented. When you come to ECDs, Muranga has about 1,000 ECD. 90% are women. But for me, the question then comes that it appears as the world changes, the sectors that are booming are the ones we call caring sectors. That is teaching and nursing. That then women, by their predisposition to care, they definitely beat men. And therefore, I think it has serious repercussions, Chair. Because it means, one, if you have no job, your propensity to marry, for instance, reduces. It also causes young men to be attuned to crime. There is evidence which suggests that when young people don't marry, they'll be predisposed to criminal behavior. So, by the way, I'll give you a good example. Like this Muranga Youth Service is usually a 50-50 thing. But the other day, NITA examinations were released. The people who are doing better are women than men. Whereas they all joined at the same ratio, 50-50. So that is a danger to the male child. I am not so sure we'll be able to answer that question. And I suspect a lot of concerted efforts needs to be done. People in this country seem to have thought the problem is women who are I don't know what, but I think the truth is, practically, it is men who needs to be helped. Look at, and I know my senator does that, go to church, 80% are women. Go to a school, meeting. 80% are. When you come to farming, yeah, they are the majority. So it appears the society is slightly gravitating, without people noticing, towards female-centeredness. Probably we need affirmative action for men as opposed to female.
Thank you very
So,
much.
Chair, allow me to ask this.
You want to now?
No, just one. How is this problem of illicit brew affecting Muranga as a county?
Yeah, Chair, it is a
It's
real
also
issue.
affecting men again, isn't it? Right?
It is an issue which I don't know how do I describe Mr. Gachagua now. But anyway, the point is he was leading the battle against alcoholism, and I think it's an issue that needs to be.
You can still call him not former. He's He is still the deputy president, according to the law,
Yeah.
if we follow the law.
So, so the point is that fight needs to be sustained. We as a county, we may not win it alone. No, we can't. It's multidisciplinary, but it is an issue. It affects males more
Thank you.
than women.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Governor. We need to round up now. I want, first of all, start with you. Under 1 minute, your final comments, Madam, and then to our Senator.
Closing remarks.
Yes, closing remarks.
Thank you very much, Chair. Governor, I want to take this opportunity and congratulate you for the good work that you are doing to the people of Muranga. And that one has been confirmed by the way you have tried to bring up the on-sales revenue collection. That is a good progress. We congratulate you. And that's why maybe my colleague was asking you, actually, she was wondering why you are not in the list of the best performing governors. Maybe I thought it's a slip of the tongue. She wanted to ask you, why are you not in the list of among the people that have been shortlisted in the high calling office? That is, you know, you trended very much, and we saw you with the leader of the official position in this country, who is happened to be among the one of us in the broad-based government. Congratulations for that, and we wish you well in your endeavors.
Thank you. That is very political. Proceed.
Thank you. Allow me also to just echo those and wish you all the best in future and congratulate you. I'm a friend to Muranga. I have so many friends from Muranga, so I keenly follow your programs and I know you're doing well. And that is why I was getting worried that you've not told the country what you're doing. So please step up. May you at that department, please up their game. Let Kenyans know what you're doing. Let Kenyans learn from you, because what you're doing can help this nation now and in future. Thank you, Your Excellency, and your team.
Chair, just to thank my governor. We sit in different committees, and we know that many times we invite governors who do not honor committee invitations, which brings dishonor and to the county senators. I thank my governor because he has religiously honored committee invitations, different committees, and this gives honor to Muranga County and makes my job as a county senator much easier and respectable. And just to urge him to continue with a good spirit and to continue serving the people of Muranga. Although what Senator Geduku has said may be political, but I also want to congratulate him that he was amongst the very few that whose names were being floated. I want to believe that his name was being floated as a possible replacement to the DP should he have, had he been, impeached. I think then there are things that whoever it was had seen in him, and we wish him the best. And that we also say, Chair, that the people of Muranga, I'm not campaigning for him, in fact I shouldn't, but I think many of them are comfortable with the job that he's doing. The only thing, Chair, is that sometimes the senator is not visible in all this, and you know that we look for these funds from here, and that tukitaka kukoroga tunaweza kukoroga, but we do not do that for the benefit of our people. So, Governor, continue doing the good job. Please appreciate when we critique what you do, because two heads are better than one. Otherwise, thank you very much, Chair, also for inviting me. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you very much, Senator Muranga. Your Excellency, let me give you this opportunity to say your final comments. And I also want to talk about a few things on this document.
So, Chair, let me start by thanking this committee. First is to apologize. I think we issued summons and we were unavailable. We really want to say sorry. Thank you, our senator. He does a very good job. We are proud of him. I think we are very happy. Also, my colleagues from the executive. There's not there's no one person who can do this work, so we are very happy. Also the media and the people who are here also, and also Chairman for being very courteous and affording us this opportunity. We want to give an assurance next time you call us, we always come here because we know the kind of work you are doing. My final point is on the tussle I'm seeing in the newspapers between the Senate and the National Assembly concerning county allocation. We really want to say thank you. You are doing a good job. And the reason why that money should not be reduced is because, one, National Assembly, for the last 1 or 2 years, they have introduced a set of statutory deductions, whose impact is to reduce the incomes of people, and most importantly, compel us to do like a matching of some sort as counties. So there is no way, surely, for instance, housing levy or any other whatever, you want us to, as an employer, to pay, to the national government pursuant to those amendments to the law, and you don't facilitate us towards that cause. The effect will be whatever we have will go down, and this ratio of 46% of staff employment, salaries vis-a-vis other things will only increase. So please, mukaze kamba, don't allow that amount to come down.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Excellency. Let me also take this opportunity to thank my committee, our able senator from Muranga County, and let me also thank you and your team for coming here today and giving us a very good presentation. You talked about the issue of the problem between the Senate and the National Assembly. We had a mediation. I was in that mediation committee, and we stuck at 425. And from morning to evening, we didn't manage to do anything. We were just talking, arguing, and all those things. And finally, you know, this is political. So we were told to stop at 400. If I say that, you know what I mean. But I will tell you today, this Senate will fight for the counties. And even the 20 billion, we are trying to push the National Assembly to give you. Yesterday, there was a Governor Cheboy was here, Baringo. Do you know what he said? If we don't get that money, we are done. That is what the word he used. If we don't get the 20 billion, we are finished. Done, Kabisa. Because they have budgeted for it. Then there are expenses that came in, this shift, housing, and all those things. So I think we are going to stand our ground and push for this money. And to be honest with you, we are forming another mediation team, and I will ask the majority leader to include me in that team. I wish some other counties, like my county of Marsabit, would come to Muranga County for benchmarking. My friend here, Kalak, he comes from Marsabit also. Your Excellency, in Marsabit, we have got 1.7 billion shillings for relief supplies, for only giving, buying food for our people, 1.7. And your total budget for development is 1.5, if I'm not wrong. 1.7. So that our budget is 4.5 billion. And if there was a benchmarking, come and see the worst in my county, 4.5 billion doing nothing. And you have 1.7 billion, you know. And amongst those things, I want to thank you because of this one. You know, I proposed to I wish you are working with your senator very well. I proposed to my governor. I told him, you copied this from Europe or even America. This is what they are doing. I told my governor, don't give people food, give people cards. Card to go to the nearest market, the nearest kiosk, to buy goods, to buy foodstuffs from there. But he wouldn't listen. And just imagine, I want you to imagine, you are in the same program with him. 1.7 billion for only food every year for the last 5 years. And I don't know how much you're spending on your card. I mean, no, not less than maybe 20% of that amount, maybe even 10. So I want to thank you very much for what you are doing for the people of Muranga. And I wish and hope other governors can look at what you are doing. So having said that, Governor, what I wanted you to do, we cannot leave this program go unattended. We want to have all these documents with us in the next maximum of maybe even 4 days, if it's possible. You bring it, somebody can bring it to our clerks, and we want to rate you based on what we have in this document, not this one. Looking at this, then you've done better than Makweni. And I think I'm not wrong. My members are here. Please kindly provide us with the documents. And if you have any photo sessions you've taken with youth, women, and people with disability also.
That's one burning thing. Do they say that they have a revolving fund for the youth and women? Okay, okay.
Yeah.
We don't.
Yeah, I think that program they can include because of AGBO. But already is at 48%. There's not much problem. So, Asante Sana, Your Excellency Governor. I don't know if you have some tea here.
Not only
everything is
else
okay.
now